Candace and I wanted to take on and tackle stripping down open houses. Now, that does sound like that could be a kind of a really crazy thing, but I promise you, if you think about where you can find business, and if you had to go out and find a client tomorrow and you had no CRM or your CRM was broken or your computer went down, this is the way to do it. Would you all agree?
I definitely would be holding
Yeah,
open house. If I need some business, absolutely.
yeah. I've always said if somebody had a gun to my head, which we hope that it would never happen, sorry, and it said I had to close a deal today, how would do it? If I had no CRM, I would do an open house, hands down, every single day. So, so anyways, open houses. So presents, pop-ups, we're going to talk about it all. We got 30 minutes to make this fast, but we are going to dive deep. Presence and experience. Presentation is an energy, not a dress code. So when I think about going into an open house, and I think Candace would agree with me, I go in with the idea I'm on stage, that this is my moment to really show people who I am. It's one of the
Right.
few times you're actually walk into a room with people who have their hands up saying, I'm a buyer, and have the opportunity to talk to them without having to dig into your CRM, right, Candace?
Yes, correct.
So, open body language, intentional eye contact, command the room. You are the star. Walk it, talk it, feel it. It's
Okay.
sometimes if you have to, okay, so this is a little secret of mine. Before I go to an open house, I sometimes get kind of shy, believe it or not, and I get worried about nobody's going to want to talk to me, blah, blah, blah. So I listen to like my big pump up. I have a pump up open house playlist. And I put that thing on and I bounce it and I get all excited and then I walk in and I'm a completely different person because I'm on. I am ready to go. And that's kind of the energy you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel it. You want to own it. It's not a passive sport. Open houses are not for people that want to just hang out, sip coffee, and look at a house for 2 hours. That's boring. We can do that online. Their open houses are pop-up shops. They are all about a, a pop-up shop where you can go in and you actually have people are coming to you. So what are you going to do? It's a sensory branding. It's beyond cookies, although cookies are very yummy. And Rochelle has made cookies and I have, and I'm sure Candace has.
Smells good. Yes.
Smells so good. You can put a loaf of bread in the oven and make that the smell like if it wasn't cooked or semi-cooked, heat it up. But the point is you need to create a moment, a feeling. People want to
Mm,
feel how it's going to be to live in that house. So music can be important. You want it to feel like a home, not a house. They don't want to feel sterile. They've already
yeah.
seen it enough to know that they liked it enough to stop by. Remember, and I'll say this until I'm blue in my face, is that this is a new dating app for consumers. They are dating your house that you're sitting at online. They've already swiped to the right. They've already decided they liked it enough to go look at it. So do they like you enough to want to work with you? And that's the question
Right.
we're trying to answer.
Yeah. Showtime.
Yep.
Showtime. It's your opportunity. Yes.
Yep.
Bring the energy. They feel your energy. If you are there at the open house, running late, don't even really want to be there, they're going to feel that energy as well.
They are. I mean, how many times, Candace, have you walked in on an open house and it almost sounds a little personal, and the agent's just sitting there, or you can't even find the
Sitting there
agent?
on their computer, barely even acknowledge that I walked into the door. And it's like, oh, yeah. Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Um,
I heard there was a tale where one time an agent didn't even show up.
that happens too. That
Yeah.
happens too. Yep.
So if you're going to commit to an open house, show up, but show up with the energy. This is it, guys. This is your opportunity. You have 2 to 3 hours to to really make an impact on who you are as an agent.
Right.
If you're there to sell the house and it's not your listing, you're not there for the right reasons. Sorry, listing agents. Really sorry. Um, Bring a digital tablet sign in, modern systems. Now, your older clients, some of them don't like the modern, so make sure you have the backup. Paper is
Yep,
good too.
yep,
QR codes and video loops signal a different level. So if you have a video loop, maybe you have a loop of maybe you've done a lifestyle video of the area you're doing an open house in. Play that loop. Play a YouTube video you've done recently. Play a loop of different properties that are in the area that you really like. Those are things that make a difference. Those are things that help you show up differently than you've ever showed up before. Am I missing something, Candace? I feel like
no, nope, this is it. Your digital tablet, or if you don't want the digital tablet, what we have found that we've got them here, the best choice single, like they can take it with them, fill out the information, the single tear out
hmm.
open house sign-in sheets
Yep,
are
we have those
great.
here in Sumner, I think
Yep.
in Tukwila too.
And
Those
if
are
you
great.
have the standard sign-in sheet, go ahead and fill out a couple of lines, even if nobody's come in, just write down a name and a couple phone numbers.
It's
And,
okay.
normally people are like, oh, somebody else has been here, they've signed in, they'll do the same.
Yep, yep. You don't have to meet people at the door to sign in. And in fact,
Right.
as people are leaving, if they haven't signed in or I haven't been able to get their number, I will always say, just to help the sellers, would you mind just going ahead and put your name down so they know who came through their property? They will almost always say yes.
Yeah.
And if they don't, well, it doesn't usually happen to me. So what is on your table? Okay, so this is a big bone of contention with me. And I think Candace has heard it a lot. I know Rochelle has. I know we get calls here all the time. Where can I make a flyer for the open house? And so I have agents making flyers about the open house. Okay, remember what I said? This is a dating app for consumers when it comes to real estate. They've already seen the darn house online. They know what the house is about. You don't need to reiterate that for them. They're going to take a
Right.
piece of paper, and what I tell Rochelle earlier today, that piece of paper is going to sit in their car, and then when they drive through a drive-through to get pizza or they're eating pizza or something on the road, this becomes a napkin. Becomes a portable plate. This does not solve your issues. Our issues are getting clients. So stop it. Don't do it anymore. What you can do, however, is you can put a branded sign-in sheet, a neighborhood guide, preferred vendor list that only have one copy, financing, one pager about what they can do for financing, market absorption sheets before and after. And then this is the one thing that has been the most successful for myself and my partner, well, mostly me, because I do the open houses on our team, not even coming up. Anyways, is I make a flyer all about us.
Be
It
about
talks
you.
about what our experience is, how we do things differently, and why you want to work with us. Then I also bring uh, three other properties with me and show them else is available in this price market in the same neighborhood. I would be more than happy to go show anybody a house after an open house. And I've done it before. It's been super successful. So you want to make sure you're taking the time to talk about you and present what you are bringing to the table. They already know what the house is bringing to the table.
Yeah,
They're just confirming that when they walk through the door. What they really want to know, are they going to want to work with you, or are they going to stick with their agent they're already kind of talking to?
exactly.
Um,
Exactly. It's showtime.
mhm,
Showtime again.
mhm. QR video testimonies are good. QR codes, live market updates, listing video. You can have a listing video on. We don't do coming soon previews, so I shouldn't have put that there. Anyways, but you can put homes that have expired recently.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe you
Other
have
other homes that are active that are
active
similar to that home.
buyer
Um,
roadmap, school and
the
commute data.
list the list of the top three things of that house as opposed to like a flyer, but they can go and check out the top three things that the seller loved about that house or loves about the home.
Yep. Any of that is acceptable. Stop printing off flyers for the house. Stop it. I, I and I
I'm
and
guilty of it, Virginia. I did that. And it was like nobody took, I think one person out
Nobody,
of
they
20.
don't take the flyers.
They
They
don't take the
don't
flyers.
take the flyers anymore. I've had agents call me all the time. Well, how do I get flyers printed? I don't know the
Don't.
last time I've printed a flyer for an open house. Yeah, because the
Just
information,
don't.
she's right. It's all there. It's all there. They've come to the house, so they know the number of bedrooms, they know the price point, they know all that information already.
You're more than welcome to bring your seller guide if you want to. Should
Yeah.
stop bluing my background so you could actually see it. But a seller guide, acceptable. Information about you and your
Mhm.
team, acceptable.
Yeah.
The home buying process with your information on it,
Yeah.
acceptable. Flyer the
Yeah.
house, burn it, not the house. So, anyways, I get excited about this stuff, guys. I hope you realize that this is only because I am so excited. 2023, I hosted 231 open houses.
Whew.
I closed 21 deals from that, which is a
Mm.
little about
All
almost
those open.
10%. But it was
Yeah.
231 open houses. So I kind of know what I'm talking about because I made the mistakes.
Kind of, really. Kind of no. Okay.
Kind of know. I made the mistakes. I fell so you don't have to. So our goal is not a tour guide. We're not here to show the house. We're not here to be reactive about the style of the house. We're not here to do generic flyers. And we're not, the outcome, we're not hoping for a callback, guys. If we hope,
Hoping they took my flyer and they're gonna give
please,
me a
please,
call.
please, they're not going to. We're stripping this down. This is called strip down. Uncover their motivation. Be proactive. Neighborhood and data systems. Scheduled next steps. So this would be a great way to do it. So for example, Candice, you know, I how is this house compared to all the other houses you've seen so far?
Well, to be honest with you, we've only seen a few others.
Mhm.
Haven't been looking that long, but um, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So let
not
me,
like in love, but
right.
it's okay.
So do you work in this neighborhood?
Actually, yeah, we're renting a house about 2 miles away. And yes, I work about 15 minutes from here.
Awesome. So you kind of like to stay around the area, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yep, that's why I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. No, I get it. It makes sense. So do you like the two-story level or are you looking for something a little different?
I'm okay with 2-story. Rambler's fine as well. We really just want a yard, a nice yard. And, it's time. I'm tired of renting. So
I
we're
don't
ready
blame
to get
you.
into our home of our own. Not
Start.
that picky, but I just kind of want something that feels right when I enter the house. And this one is okay.
So if I could wave a magic wand and all things were perfect, when would you and your family want to be in your new home?
We're ready to go. I mean, we're ready. We're ready.
Awesome.
We've already got pre-qualified with a lender.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've worked with a real estate agent, and it's been going all right. But we just decided to get a little active and get out and see some of the open houses. So
Right.
when anything pops up in this area, we're here.
That makes sense to me. I don't know if this is for you and your family or not, but would you be open to sitting down with me and perhaps getting another perspective of what's available and how you could get in that home sooner than later?
Yeah, I'd be open. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Candace, I just want to verify your phone number and what I'll give you a text. And I have some time right after this open house. Would that work for you?
Probably not right after this open house, but are you free tomorrow afternoon?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I could get the kids taken care of, and me and my husband, we can, yeah, go
Yeah.
come meet with
And
you.
just
Love
in
that.
case you have extra time, I'll print off some properties that we might be able to look at too. So excellent. Okay,
Awesome.
that's what it is. It's asking the questions, it's diving deep, it's listening. She's ready to go. It sounded like maybe they're a little frustrated because now they're out having to look because maybe they're not getting what they're needing from their other agent. No, I did
Hmm.
not ask if she'd already signed. Guys, that
At all.
it's,
Yeah.
hate me
Did you sign a
later.
buyer broker's agree? Did you sign a buyer broker service agreement? A BBSA?
I go, what? No, what's that? Um, if they are loyal to their agent and if they feel that connection, they'll stay with the agent and you'll respect that. If
I
they
agree.
haven't, fair game. And I don't ask. So that is the funness. That is what it's about. It's not like, how do you like the house? Can you
Mm.
sign in?
Hmm.
Have a
Are
good
you working
day.
with an agent? Right? Have you signed a buyer brokerage service agreement? And I love, Virginia, how you did everything in this list with a few questions that did not seem too harsh, like that you were prodding for tons of information. You uncovered my motivation. You were proactive. You went over next steps.
We make it harder than it is, I think, Candace. And I think it's intimidating for everybody, you know? Yeah. So this is kind of how we do it. We swap the questions instead of, can I help you? How are you? Remember how you answer when somebody hits you with that when you walk in the store. How long have you been looking in this pocket or this area? When I was first in retail years ago, and I was in retail from the time I was a junior in college, did retail and I worked in banking until I sold my boutique a long time ago. So I was in retail for a very, very long time. And one of the things that one of my district managers taught me was the moment you say, can I help you? You've lost the client. So if you can't figure anything creative out, you can say, gosh, isn't it amazing how the weather's been today? Are you doing anything fun with you and your friends? Of course, I was younger there. I didn't have family, so it would have been awkward as a 22-year-old maybe saying that, but find a way that you can connect, right? And it can be as simple as, you know, you look at your watch and it's 3 o'clock and they have a toddler. I'm like, is this your last open house today? Or are you just starting? And they're like, oh my gosh. And then start asking questions. But the moment you say,
Mhm.
can I help you? You've lost them. What do you think of
Yeah.
the home? Well, they obviously liked it. Again, dating app. What's prompting your search today? Have you seen many houses? Instead of saying that, what's your ideal time frame? If you could wave a magic wand, when would it happen? And what's been frustrating about the process? People love to tell you why they're frustrated.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they like, what's been frustrating?
definitely.
Well, let me tell you. And then you're like, oh, here we go. But you listen, right? Because our job is to have solutions, not to and help them solve the problems. It's not to create more problems. And then, this might be for you, or are you opposed to it? But I don't know if you're opposed to it, but I have 3 off-market homes. You want to see them? And you just list them out. And those are expired, guys. Don't get so caught up on the term. You can take 3 expired houses with you and say, hey, these are off market. They're not on market anymore, are they? No.
Right.
Don't
Yes.
get all caught up in that. We create our own problems in our minds. At least that's what my kids tell me. Um, so 48-hour traffic in BCR network. So this is where you can so 48 hours before you cannot post any coming soon, but you can post teasers, right? You can say if it's not on the market, you can post, your property coming, not your property name and address, but you can say I have a Rambler coming on. You could say that on your Facebook group. Stay tuned for the information of this week's up and coming soon open house. DM me for details. You'll be the first to know. Be the first person on my list to find out where I'm going to be this week at an open house. Instead of find Waldo, find Virginia, find Candace, find
Hmm.
Stacy. Make it fun, make it interactive. Door knock. April and I did this for one of her open houses. I believe she got 3 sellers out of it. It was crazy. I did it with her. And we knocked all the doors around her neighborhood. So we knocked like 30 doors that day. It took an hour before the open house, but typically you do 10 to the left, 10 to the right, and then you turn around, you do the hokey pokey or not. But and then create a Facebook event. And Candace and I were talking about this. Why not host a in-person open house and have somebody helping you host a live open house on Facebook
Yeah. Nice
or
virtual one. Yep.
a virtual open
Absolutely.
house at the same time? Why not? Right? And then post a house trend a thread in BCR. And you can, if you have, and this is for our agents looking for people to host open house, just post it on BCR. Um, and then remember, for my new agents, I need you to hear this. And for my seasoned agents, I need you to hear this. You're not one agent. You're connected to a network. Candice reminded me that last year we did 2,200 closings last year. Right, Candice?
Huge. That's huge.
So
Yes, we are an
you're,
independent, but we are large and mighty.
yes.
That's big. Talk about it.
So you're not just one agent. You and your partners close thousands of deals a year. Isn't that amazing? So you're not
It
one.
really
You're
is.
a
It
network. Crowdsource hidden buyers before the event. So go find some hidden buyers. Invite, don't be afraid of inviting your buyers from your CRM to the open house.
yeah.
They haven't seen you
Past
in a while.
sellers,
Sellers,
I mean, your
everybody.
forever clients, they should get that information. I
Mm-hmm,
used to send my open houses to everybody in my CRM.
mm-hmm,
And I mean, to the point where I was getting flowers delivered to the open house because, hey, I was doing open houses and they knew
mm-hmm.
it.
Yep. You just have to and find a partner, and we already talked about that to do a one on social media, and then post your win. Post about how much fun it is, and just you're out there. We're agents. We're out here to solve problems and create solutions for we're advisors. Remember, we're no longer agents. We're advisors. I know we're agents, but I swear to you, I prefer to tell people I'm a real estate advisor. Sounds better. Of course, I apparently make up my own rules too, but that's okay. We don't mind. Um, so speed to lead, guys. I love this graphic. And within 5 minutes, you have a much bigger rate of conversion if you wait till over 48 out 24 hours. In fact, I lost a buyer one time because I waited till Monday instead of texting him over the weekend. Fortunately, the agent that texted him right away turned out to be a bad agent, and so they called me to fix it, and I ended up selling them a house anyways. And so that worked out well for me. But it doesn't always work out for people. So make sure you stay
Right away.
within the day, you send them a text thanking them, reminding them who you are, what piece of value you have. Just don't say thank you for coming by. That's great, but what can you offer them? Follow-up
Right.
appointments, whatever. You want to send an audit thank you and a property link, maybe to a different property, personalized video, text, face-to-face camera. I've never
Yeah.
done this, but I'm not opposed to it. Email neighborhood guide or listings, and then strategy session invite. So it's always a strategy session. It's not, or it's a strategy session. I always call it a strategy session. Do you call it something else, Candace?
Consultation. Yeah.
Consultation. Yep.
Consultation. Hmm.
Yep. We all have, but it's bigger than just an appointment. It has to sound official. It has to sound important because if you value this, they value it. If they don't, maybe they're not the right people for
Well, and
you.
I think this is a big one too. I just wanted to point out is I used to kind of like, I do the open house Saturday, Sunday, but the urgency in connecting with that person, even if you don't get a response right away, I
Mm-hmm.
think we just kind of always feel like we're bugging somebody. But if they've given you their information, that is the invitation. So
Yes.
make sure that you follow up right away. I mean, that same day, that evening, next
Mm-hmm.
morning. But,
Mm-hmm.
some agents will, wait till like Wednesday of the next week. By that
You
time,
lost them.
they're already looking at the next listing for the next weekend and
Mm-hmm.
they're on.
Yep. You lose importance and they forget who you are. And so speed to lead matters, and it matters just simply because it's our connection point.
And
Um,
then what is our goal? Our goal is to get a strategy session or
mhm.
a
This is
consultation.
it. This
Yeah.
is it. The appointment. That's the end game, guys. So build a pipeline, tag every sign in, buyer, neighbor, agent, timeline, put them in your CRM. It's not the most fun, but it is helpful. Set them up on a neighborhood drip. Be specific. You met them at a certain open house, put that in as the neighborhood. Retarget on social media and post your wins on your MLS, on your social media. I don't know. I need to take that out. One great open house equals 10 to 30 new pipeline contacts.
I like that. We should share when we have
Yeah,
a
we
good
should share,
win.
huh? Yeah,
Why
we
would we
should.
not share, Virginia? We're in
I
the
don't
group.
know.
I
And,
have nothing to lose by sharing that I had a really like I think we share stuff when it's frustrating. I don't think we
yes,
share the
you're
wins
right.
enough. And we do need to share the wins because I've had open houses that were not great, and I've had
Mm,
open houses that were fantastic. And I
right.
think I tend to share the ones that are frustrating, looking for
Mhm,
input packed or feedback from people.
mhm.
I should share the wins too, so
We
people
should.
understand.
Because it
Yep.
is how we build momentum and and having positive when we all think positive for a half a moment, it's much better energy than if we wait it all to feel negative.
Yeah.
Because we can talk. I hear it. Rochelle's right. I hear it all the time. Nobody came to my open house. Well, first of all, it only takes one person, and I can tell you how many open houses where only one person came that converted into a
An
client.
actual
There's
client.
more than those than not. You have more time with them. And if nobody comes, then take the time to work on your own business. I mean,
Yep.
you have nothing else to do.
Do some video, get some videos done.
Hmm.
Yeah. Share it on your social media.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
So very cool. And then, so we're here to support you. I did really well. Woo-hoo. Um, Candace, we have masterminds. We have a mastermind this week in Puyallup for our Pierce County people. It is at another agent's listing. Uh,
Listing. Hmm.
Lisa Schultz will be going through a title report and walking us through that. And so it's really good. We have lots of masterminds, lots of classes. Check out our BCR calendar. Come to our anniversary event. It's 14 years, and although I've only been part of this amazing family for 2 years, it's still something to celebrate. So come
Good.
join us for that. Is there anything I'm missing, Miss Rochelle?
No, I think there was, let me see, there was a question that came in.
Sure.
Uh, how soon can we re-watch this on YouTube? We do record all of the sessions. We try. We've forgotten, but we for the most part have recorded them. Usually, Alex, it's about a week before it gets reposted, so you could watch them. If you do want the tips, I'm sure if you sent an email to Virginia, she'd be happy to send you a
Yep.
screenshot or two
Yep.
if you
Yep.
missed it. Great tips. Stacy, I know you do a great job at open houses.
Yes.
I think I learned a few tips, and that sometimes is all you need to kind of build
Yep.
it.
Take a couple of nuggets. That's what I call them, the
So here,
nuggets.
just why we still are on here, you guys should be able to see this, I hope, is this is the literal one of the flyers I take with me to my open house.
I see
I don't
your
think we're
PowerPoint
seeing it.
still.
Oh,
We're seeing the wrong one.
Yeah,
okay.
she's
Stop
got so many
share.
screens.
I know I'm a screen hoarder. Was a lead hoarder, now I'm a screen hoarder. So basically, you guys should see this. Real estate is personal, so is the team you hire, our approach, our clients, and then we took this with us um, last time.
Yeah, I think
You
this is
guys
what
see this? This is
Virginia's,
great.
yeah, this is the kind of stuff that is, if you're gonna print a flyer, this is the kind of
Hmm.
stuff, if you're a buyer's agent or sitting in an open house, this is what people want.
Yes.
This is what they
Yes.
want.
Yep.
Keep it
What
simple.
else?
And I do print this on really nice paper. It's not flimsy paper, so it's harder to crinkle. I'm very sensitive about that. Try not to give people your business cards. Business cards tend to be like floss for people, sometimes teeth floss. So don't do that. Get their information.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is what Virginia's done here with this hot homes on the screen. I love this. This is
I do
fantastic because
too. I do too.
I used to just print, I think two or three is what I've been taught to do when I do an open house.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
find two or three that are kind of like this property. It's kind of like one maybe that's super expensive, one that's maybe not as expensive because you got people from all walks of life coming through
Mhm.
these open houses. And so you want
Yep.
to be able to showcase that you just are not sitting in this open house, that you are able to get out there and do multiple things in the community. Love that
And
you
I
have.
mean, even just the market insights, like today's buyers are paying, look what these buyers are doing, you know?
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
great. Love it, Virginia.
This is what we're doing.
Can
Fun.
you show Virginia your about me too?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So here's the, let me So this
That's
is
I think
nice.
you made the case that we need to get rid of the flyers of the home. I think you made the case on that.
actually this is
Old
there's
news, guys. Old
all new.
news
Yeah,
about
all new.
you, right?
So this is basically what it is, and it's why clients pick us, strategic guidance. I mean, it's nothing different, but what we do put is a little bit of ourselves. We believe great real estate services go beyond transaction. So those are things that are important to people, right?
Yes.
We're not, well, I'd like to say we're different, but we're all great agents. Is how you package it is what counts.
Well, and I
Yes.
think somebody could do exactly what you got here, Virginia. It's not,
Hmm.
I mean, you're doing this at your open house. Somebody else down the street is doing another open house. And the team you hire is best choice. So
Hmm.
essentially, we are a team, all of
Yep.
us together. If you put your picture instead of you and your lovely daughter, replace it, I could probably take this out the door and it would work very, very well. I love the
Yes.
Yes.
approach. I like why clients work with you. It's the call outs
Hmm.
Hmm.
that is different than just we're trying to sell this house, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure we connect with people,
Yes.
find
It
out
gives, yeah.
what matters to them.
Yep. It gives the listing exposure, which is important. As a listing agent, all day long, I want exposure, right?
Mhm.
Only 1% of all houses sell because of an open house, but
Only 1%.
all agents have an equal opportunity to fill their data bank on every open house.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
So,
I let that marinate. It's awesome. We got some great thank yous along the way here, Virginia. So appreciate you sharing a couple things. Were there any other questions you guys had before we jump off? Appreciate Candace and Virginia for sharing some helpful tips. They are much better at this topic than I have ever been. And so bring on the dream team tonight. Anything else you guys have questions about? Any specific issues you run into with an open house? Oh, somebody just texted me. They said, what about security? My husband doesn't want me to do open houses because I'm scared.
take another agent with you that you
Yep.
can partner with. And
Mhm.
what I do, and this is just my rule of thumb with open houses, I know where all the exits are before I do the house. I only have one door that's open, and I never let people follow me. I always follow behind. I don't go into bedrooms with them. I don't go up. I follow them up the stairs. They don't follow me up the stairs. Nobody is ever behind me. But if you're scared, bring a friend
Okay. Or
Yes.
a lender.
Yes.
A
or a
lender should
lender.
be able to join with you. Good.
That's a great, I think the lender is a great idea. Great idea. But I even, to be honest, the market that I live, work, and play in is probably not always the best. And yeah, I would scope out the house prior to. I was very selective too. I didn't do open houses for homes that were more than, say, 2,000 square feet because of that as well. So, yeah.
So you get to choose where you put
Yeah,
yourself too.
pick and
Yep.
choose where you put yourself. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Those are some great ideas. Okay. Super. Well, if there's nothing else, we'll see you next Monday. We've got another exciting topic. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the party. Talk to you
Yay.
soon.
Thank you
Thanks, Virginia.
Happy
guys.
Monday.